Good morning, YouTube. This is your buddy Choppadong coming at you again with another quick video. I don't know about you, but I love me some hockey. So what I'm going to show you is how we've been attacking the Pickem slates on Draftkings. If you play hockey, you play NFL, you play NBA, you play any of those regular sports, you need to be in the DFS Army. Follow the link in the description, the tab dfsarmy.com. Use coupon code CHOP, C-H-O-P. Get yourself a 20% off discount. This is VIP only material. The guys are going to get mad at me for sharing it, but I want to bring it to you just to show you the type of content that we bring and the type of teaching that we do inside DFS Army. Hopefully, you're going to want to join us. Keep following along on the videos. Give me a like. Give me a subscribe. Just click those buttons. Let me know that what I'm doing is working. It's teaching. It's helping. And let's move forward with today's hockey slate. Come back again tonight or tomorrow. I'll have quick picks out for NFL, and we'll see if we can't rock and roll on the NFL slate as well. Gosh, the optimizer's rocking in NBA too. So if you are a DFS player and you're serious, you need to consider us. This is a little graphic on steroids that we've been putting together, adapting and adjusting every single day the last, say, week or so inside the DFS Army, and it has really, really worked wonders. I personally have cashed 5 slates in a row off of the Pick'em and more than doubled my money on each slate. So I think that we're here to stay, although high volatile sport is hockey and, ups and downs happen. This, we show you what tiers the players are in. You want to stack up Detroit. Zetterberg's on the scoring line 1 and the power play 1. Now he might stack him on the power play unit with Totter, or you might stack Totter and Larkin together on the 2 and then run them a little bit differently on the power play unit. You can see here that Kucherov, Stamkos, Hedman, and Nemiskov, whatever the heck, however you pronounce his name, I'm not Russian, sorry. They're all on the 1-1. That means stack them at will. Getzlaf and Perry are on the 1-1. You wouldn't run them with, say, Case. You get them a little bit on the power play overlap, but you're really on the 3, so you're not sharing a lot of time with them. You could stack them. This is something that I do in cash. I take, guys on different lines in one area and overlap on the same line and somewhere else. Helps me spread my net out, get more exposure to the goals in the game. That team scores 4 goals, odds are I've got one of the guys on one of the lines that do it. If I'm GPP, I'm looking more for scenarios like this where I'm stacking a complete line. I look for the 1-1 or the 2-2, and that way they're always on the ice together. And if one guy passes to the other guy who passes to the other guy, and the guy puts the biscuit in the basket, the next thing you know, we got ourselves a bunch of points in one single play. And that's how you basically compile up and correlate your points to win GPPs. Higher risk, higher reward. Therefore, we don't do that so much in cash. We kind of temper down a little bit, and we might run Trocheck and Huberdeau or Trocheck and Dadonov here because we've got different lines here. I've got access to the 1, I've got access to the 2, and then I overlap on the power play. So if I do get lucky, they are on a power play, and like I said, one passes to the other, puts the biscuit in the basket, I double whammy my points. That's really the whole idea. Now, when I'm scrolling down and I'm looking, I'm going to target some offenses. And how do I target the offenses? I go down to our matchup sheet, and I quickly will be looking at, are they on a back-to-back? No. What are the odds that who's going to win? Looks like Tampa Bay has the odds of winning this game at almost 2-1. There's a 5.5 over/under, gives us an implied total of 3.3 goals scored. We're going to be focused on Tampa Bay tonight. We look down at the Corsi for and Corsi against. If you don't know what those numbers are, Corsi for is anything directed at the net. If it gets blocked or goes wide, it doesn't matter. It registers as a Corsi number, which is basically a shot on goal, but it didn't get on goal. It's just a shot, if you will. Average those out per 60 minutes, you get CF60. Now the ones given up, how does Tampa Bay allow shots? That's the CA60. That's Corsi against. We're looking for teams that rank high. It does not look like Tampa Bay is a massive shooting team. They certainly don't allow a lot of shots against, or I guess they do with the 27. When I'm in my head, I think of it differently. 61 shots against is quite a bit. It's an up and down, fast-paced team. The thing about Tampa Bay is they're efficient, and they do a lot of scoring. You can see the goalies, the save percentages and stuff like that, but to be honest with you, I don't pay attention to that because when we play the Pickems, I'm not worried about goalies anymore, and that's more of a classic only type of scenario. What I look for is Corsi for versus Corsi against. I've got the 21st ranked team going against the 27th ranked team. We've got a high Corsi against number that should up the Corsi for Detroit. Detroit should get a few more shots on goal than typical. So if I'm looking for a Zetterberg or somebody like that, I would run up here. I would take a look at Detroit if I wanted to stack them up and see where they fall in this graphic. Maybe they are the team over here. No, why can't I find them? There, they're the very first team. Hello. So I'm looking at basically tiers 5, 6, and 7. If I decided to take Zetterberg and Tatar and stack them together, then my 5 and 7 are filled. If I did that, I would run this way. Tier 5, Zetterberg, tier 7, Tatar. Those two are taken. I'm going to go back and find a couple more. And this is just, I'm spitballing here. This isn't necessarily what I would be doing with my regular lineups tonight, but this is sort of how I go about looking at what teams I would want to play. If I looked at Tampa Bay and I wanted to really focus on that game, I go back up here and sorry for making you dizzy there. I love these guys. Another little tier breakdown we have here. If you want to look inside the tier on the 1 and the 2 for the Tampa Bay players and see how they stack up, we look at shots on goal and block shots, and then we look at total points. And we look for, I mean, look at Ovechkin here. He's a beast. And Seguin is a beast for Dallas. Kucherov's not bad. Kucherov's been on fire. He's got 17 points, leads the league. He just doesn't have the activity. He's very efficient, doesn't have the activity to pile up the fantasy points like an Ovechkin does right now. Now, that may change as the year goes on. These are just the last 10 games worth of numbers. We're sitting on game 9 or 10 of the season tonight anyway. So, again, these will evolve as guys go through hot streaks and cold streaks, but it's a way we can track these. If I like Kucherov, and then I come over here to tier 2 and I want to put him with Stamkos, who leads the pack over here. 38 shots on goal and block shots and then 20 points is absolutely beasting. I like Stamkos quite a bit tonight, so I probably at the very least put in Stamkos and then decide in the next tier how I'm going to run this with the defensive tier. And if I like Victor Hedman, and down here at 38, 4, and 5, it's not terrible. 2.8 points per game, I don't know, but it certainly connects him. I probably like him better with Kucherov. So that's probably what I would do. I'd go back to tier 1, load him up with Kucherov. If I wanted to run him with Hedman, where am I? Tier 4, tier 5. There. Now I'm set. I've got 1, 2, 3 guys. If I wanted to play a GPP and throw in a 4th Tampa Bay guy, Nemeskov, boom, got him. Now I'm 1, 2, 3. I am game stacked in this game. That's how you're going to do your GPPs in a lot of cases and hope that game goes off. Now, what if I don't want to do that? I want to spread out, maybe take no more than 2 guys. I need to find 2 more. Tier 3, tier 4, 6, 8. Come back over here to who's in tier 3. Well, let's scroll down and pick out a different game since we just focused on that first game. Anaheim and Florida, 2.7, 2.8. I look at the implied totals and I look at the odds. And I'm finding there's a stronger odds, almost 3. There is a 3 in Edmonton. There's a 3 in Washington. So let's focus on Edmonton and Washington with the higher ITTs or implied team totals. Edmonton and Washington. There's Edmonton. Connor McDavid. I already used tier 1. Klefbom. Might use him in tier 4. Yamamoto, 1 and 1. Here's a neat little stack at the bottom. You get the 1 and the 2, and you get the power play 1 in your 7 and 8 tier. So if we come down here to tier 7 and 8, let's see how the Edmonton players look. Yamamoto down here at the bottom, not great. Lucic down here at the bottom, again, not great. Might pass on that. I might run it for a tournament, could go off. Who else did I say? I was Washington. Kuznetsov, Carlson, Oshie. These are tiers I've already used. No, 3. There's Oshie in tier 3. And where did we say Kuznetsov was? 5. Dang, I've already got 5 taken with Zetterberg. So can't really use it there. But I might be looking at, okay, we look at LA. I mean, this is just what you're really trying to do is just roughly walk through these lines, pick out some games that you like, see if you can't stack some guys in some tiers. 4, 6, 8. In LA, do I get the 4? I got Doughty. Do I get the 6? I got the 8. Doughty and Toffoli. See, they don't correlate. I got the 1, 1 and the 2, 2. They're not going to be on the ice at the same time. So you might use them more as a one-off. If I really wanted to, I might kick Zetterberg out of the 5 and pick up Dustin Brown and go 1, 1 and 1, 1. This is you absolutely have to correlate in these games. This is just little bitty VIP type stuff, guys, that we share inside the Army, and we build lineups. Not together. We don't provide lineups. These aren't even the lineups I'd probably run because I've got a couple little tricks up my sleeve for tonight. But I want to show you basically how we do it, and I want to show you basically the tools that we use to do so and how quick this can be. We're at 9 minutes and 45 seconds on this video. I mean, in under 10 minutes, I've basically got my research and a lineup done based on the tools provided to you by the Army. So if you want to dabble in some hockey, come on in, spend 15 minutes a day, talk to us in Slack, ask us some questions, get some coaching figuring out why we correlate and why we build the way we build and how we find the players that we find. Use the tools to find your own players, build your own winning lineup, and maybe you can cash in 5 slates in a row too. So quick 10-minute video, guys, in and out for today's slate. Huge hockey slate. The Pickem makes it easier. If you're a classic player, we cover that too. We've got guys covering that too. Jump on in. Like I said, if you like my material, give me a like, give me a subscribe down at the bottom of the YouTube video. Follow me out on Twitter at Chopadong. Become a VIP inside DFSArmy.com by following the link in the description of this tab. And once again, use code CHOP, CHOP, for 20% off. Take care, guys. We'll see you on Friday.